I swear this clock is not as big as the wall behind in front of it. This is the giant clock. It's accurate to the minute. You'll see that it works. So we have it labeled. So first off, I want to say, if you don't want to have this indented backwards in the wall, then get rid of the signaling thing. It's just a little thing that I added in because, I figured it could use it. But we have the minute labeled, then the seconds labeled. The first run means that it's not going to, once this reaches the end, it's not going to change the minute. But when it reaches the second run, that means that that once it gets to the end this time, it is going to change the minute. So ignore that right there. That's just a little test I did. This is the redstone behind it. I told you it's not as big as the wall behind it. I just wanted to make it symmetrical. But you will see the clock itself started out as very small. This was the clock right here. Just, it could fit on your screen. It was really simple. And all it was is a redstone tower. But the problem with that is it counted by 30 seconds. And to make it count by the minute, I added in a T flip-flop that fired every time it reached the end. So every time it reached the end, it would fire, and that would move the item from this dropper into this dropper. And then when it fired again, this item would go into this dropper, as you just saw there. So when that happens, what we do is we take an output from here, throw that into a Hopper monostable circuit, which is running into a NOT gate, and then that runs along here, unpowering these hoppers just long enough for the item to move along one last time, once. And you will see, you just saw the entire thing fire. This is the bearer. This is it. This is the machine. We are going to watch it fire. And it's now on the second run, meaning it's about to reset. So the reset mechanism isn't that long. Compared to other clocks where it has to completely reset the pixels and everything, each of these is independent. They're all, when resetting, they're all independent of each other, so it doesn't wait until until all of them are ready. So it's actually a lot faster and a lot more fun to look at. And it's toggleable, which is possibly my favorite feature about this, is the fact that it's toggleable. You pull that lever, and it freezes. You pull it again, and it starts moving. You can freeze it at any time, and it immediately stops moving. And I have another version of this. It's essentially the bare bones of it. It's one that I don't really like to use because it's a lot slower, it's not as accurate, and it counts by the 30 seconds. However, if you don't mind it, and you want to use something like you want to use something like this for something like Building Wars, I think it's called. You can. Another thing I have a problem with is the seconds count one way, the minutes count the other way. Um, the 30 seconds count one way, the single seconds count the other way. And I don't really like that. Now, if you really wanted to, and you had the redstone skill, you could actually make this go 60 blocks long, so that there's 60 redstone lamps, so it fired, each of these lamps fired exactly 1 minute, and that would just be an hour-long timer. But I prefer the 12-minute. You can make it as short or as long as you want. Keep in mind, if you want to make it longer, you will have to add in some crazy repeater circuit. If you want to make it shorter, all you need to do is, adjust the placement of the hoppers. So, I will show you how to make this simple 12 segment. So the first thing you want to do is you want to place a hopper down and create a hopper clock. Now, actually, I'm gonna move. Okay, so I made the hopper clock sideways. That's not a big deal. Now, you want to grab a redstone torch and place that right there, and power this hopper and throw an item in there. So now you will see that we get that. Now, you want to go a block like this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you want to have a block right there, and that will be your 12 segment. So now you want to keep in mind this does use a lot of hoppers, which use a lot of iron and wood. So before building this, I suggest you make an iron farm and a tree farm. Just pointing that out. Now you just want to run redstone all along these hoppers. And there. Now what you want to do is you want to have a hopper leading into this hopper, then just have hoppers all the way. I'm saying hoppers a lot. Just put all the hoppers facing into there and go one block out, then that. So now that is, believe it or not, your first 12 segment. Now all you need to do is have comparators running out of these hoppers with redstone on top. Do not have a comparator running out of this one. Just don't, because that will make it an odd number, and that would not be good. Yes, this does have to be, well, I guess it doesn't have to be an even number. It can be an odd number, but yeah. So now, you have that, and throw an item, say, powered rail into there, and that is your first counter. It works. It's very nice. I like it. So now, this next part gets really convoluted. Now, for this, you want to have 3 types of rails. You also are going to need a minecart, and you are going to need a dropper. Now, you also need a repeater. So you have a repeater running into there. Then you go 4 blocks along like that. Block up like so. Block up like so. And then create a sort of U shape like that. Next, you want to place your rails like so. Regular rails here and rails there. Now you want to grab a power source. I'm going to be using levers. And there. Now you place your minecart and then redstone going across like that. A dropper here, a block up like that, a comparator like so, a block. I suck at placing blocks today. A dropper facing upwards, a hopper facing downwards. Whoops. Then you want to crouch off of this. Excuse all the background noise. My little brothers are playing. I don't have a completely silent place in my house to record. So yeah, don't hate me and don't unsubscribe, please. Now you want to grab a redstone torch, place that right there, and so now is a part that gets really kind of difficult to do. You want to grab your redstone lamps, and you essentially want to create an inverted version of these segments down here. So just do that, and then blocks on top. Next, you want blocks along these, and comparators like so. Next, you want to have a block up like that, and just have hoppers running along like this. And so now we are almost done building this entire thing. Now you just want a hopper running into this hopper, and then just a line of hoppers running through those. So you just do that. Now you want a hopper running into there, and then a hopper running into there. So now you should just have this big loop of hoppers. Now you just want to go along like so, and place a block like so, block up like so, and a block like so. Now you want to grab a redstone repeater and throw that line running into that. Now have redstone running all the way across these. And you are now all done. For the most part. Now you just want to put another powered rail in there. And so that is your simple one segment done. No, wait. Quick, throw that in there. There. So that is your simple no signal done. Now, if you want to have it signal which round it's on, then keep going from where I am now. In case it wasn't obvious, I made a fatal mistake. There has to be an item in one of these two droppers for the entire thing to work. I knew I was forgetting something. Anyway, so if you want to have it signal which round it's on, you have two like so. And so now you go just like that and have this segment off to the side. Then you have that right there. And so this is what makes it dent into the wall. So now you just want these running into here, and then a redstone repeater right there. And that will signal your first segment is or it's on its first round. So now you just want to carry this redstone line around like that, and boom, that is your signal. No. Wait, no, yes, that is correct. Right there. So now what's unfortunate is where you can have it, flat on this side, it has to, curve, it has to go forward. I would recommend building this in a circular base. I can imagine this would be used in a very, very large circle. But yeah, you have just built your entire redstone clock. This is just insane. I'm sure there are people out there that can make this more compact, but until then, I think this is the most compact clock out there, other than the one where that Mumbo Jumbo design. Oh, it's raining. Except for the one that Mumbo Jumbo designed, where you have to look inside the hopper to tell. But this one can be frozen at any time, stopped, etc. And I really like it. I love this clock. It's amazing. I hope you guys use it. And so, yeah. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'm out. I will see you later. Bye.